squads, evacuate the city. We'll take the palace back another day.
Nowadays, we have been spoiled. In games like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, you can literally go everywhere you see. Same with games like Red Dead Redemption and Skyrim. The open world craze has us expecting these things, but it always wasn't like that. Have you ever played a game, looked off into the distance outside the game boundaries and thought, I want that game? Well, since I'm a gamer that likes to play a bunch of different genres of games, I've put together a small list of them where I've had that exact feeling, leaving you otherwise wanting to explore further, and in some cases your curiosity is rewarded. So here's my top 2. First on the list, we start off with the infamous Star Wars Battlefront 2. Of course, being a game developed by DICE in the Frostbite engine, the visuals of Battlefront 2 are amazing. With some amazing planets to explore and skyboxes to look at, I had come across one of the best I want that game moments on the Wookiee planet of Kashyyyk. Not only does it look like the place I want to go on vacation, but it looks like the place I want to explore. Who knows what kind of treasures the Wookiee people have hidden in those trees. The whole map, of course, gives that feeling, but one side of the non-playable map in particular is what stands out. The best way to see this side of the map is to save up your battle points and use them on a fighter. You can only fly so far out, but in my mind, I see an entire open world game out across the water, full of crazy alien monsters and with a Wookiee bowcaster as my weapon of choice. With Star Wars Battlefront 2, we did get a story mode, but sadly didn't have any parts of it on Kashyyyk. Maybe in Respawn's new Jedi Fallen Order game, we will get to see more of it, but for now we can only dream. Number 2. For number 2, we have 2 different maps put together, but they come from the same franchise, and that is Call of Duty. Over the years, we have become accustomed to seeing new multiplayer and zombies maps. They get released every year with a new iteration of ways to kill each other on them. For my 2 picks, I've chosen Combine and Buried. Starting with this zombies map, I have to say that as much of a surprise as this map is already, I want to see the game where I can go into this giant lava pit. I can't be the only one who has thought this. Obviously, if it were playable, I don't think our character would last long getting that close to the lava. But it's the curiosity and exploration that makes it interesting. Maybe it could be a portal to an underground world or the door to hell itself. It could just be a lava pit, but I want to go there. The second Call of Duty map that gives me that feeling of leaving the boundaries is Combine from Black Ops 3. I don't know how many times I've played on this map and not looked at the interesting world that Treyarch developers had put us in. To me, this map seems like it is set on the Earth from Christopher Nolan's Interstellar. The Earth is dying from drought and crazy dust storms, and the only way of survival is leaving Earth. Now, jumping off the sides of this map to go explore is not an option, but you can definitely try. Number 3. For our third game choice, we have what I think is one of the best games of 2016, but also one of the best stories that I've played in a long time, and that is Titanfall 2. The reason I say I get the feeling of I want that game is because of the crazy world that we see in Titanfall 2. It is one of the prettiest worlds I've played a game in. In certain parts of the game, it seems like we do get to go to the jungles of Kashyyyk. Maybe I'm biased into the feeling of I just want a Titanfall 3, but we know that that isn't going to come because Respawn is focusing on their new Star Wars game. And we knew that Titanfall 3 was in the works, but instead of finishing that, they put out Apex Legends to satiate the fans. It's all fine, honestly, though. I know that they will make the next edition of the Titanfall franchise, they will make a great game, and maybe the next generation of consoles will be able to convey the beauty of this game. Now, at the beginning of this video, I mentioned that there are some games that reward you for being curious about what's off in the distance, beyond the game boundaries. And those 2 games are Dark Souls 3 and the Halo franchise with Forge. Let's start with Dark Souls 3. Regularly, the Dark Souls games are known for their map and level design. I've gotten into the franchise over this past year and a little more, and I can't stop playing these games from Software. I don't know if the challenge is what calls out to me or just the beauty of the world, but they know just how to reward you with being curious. Specifically in Dark Souls 3, you can look off in the distance in the game and see some ruins up in the mountains. At first glance, you would never give it any thought, but if you have come to understand the Dark Souls games, you will know that if they design buildings, you are meant to fight your way through them. And you do. In a secret way from Irithiel dungeon, you can get down in the path of the dragon stance and get lifted away in a completely optional and awesome area called Archdragon Peak. What can I say about this place other than there are dragons? Small, large, and really, really big. In fact, you can literally become a dragon. It's definitely worth the exploring. Now let's talk about Halo and the Forge part of it. I will use Halo Reach as the example because it is one of my favorite Halo games and it has Forge in it. Now if you're around my age and you've been playing shooter games for a while, I assume that you and your friends have played on the map of Blood Gulch or Hemorrhage. If you have, then you know that you have wanted to go beyond this wall and see the glory of the Halo ring, and boy does that Forge mode let you do exactly that. Not only can you fly around the map and explore places you've never seen, but you can go out and explore just what might be the coolest area in all of Halo. What's great about this map is how it captures the look and feel of the original Halo Combat Evolved, after you crash land on the ring for the first time. This is also the original type of landscape that was teased at last year's E3 reveal trailer for Halo Infinite. I think the Forge mode is a great part of Halo now, and it was really cool of 343 Industries to reward the players by letting them go out and leave those boundaries behind. So, what do you think? I know there are a lot of games out there, and I definitely missed most of them. What games have that I want that game moment for you just outside of the boundaries? Let me know down in the comment section, and thanks for watching this video. I don't know when I will make another one, but when I do, they are a lot of fun. So catch you later and enjoy your free time.